how we can use Pulldown's tool Selenium to to automate our process of submitting information onto the web and continue getting data back from the web without we actually having to do it. So the example we're going to do here is the blast function from NCBI to compare the similarity between two sequences is either for nucleotide or for protein. And I'm going to choose proteins because there are 20 amino acids compared to there are only 4 kinds of nucleotides. So by comparing your protein, you get a way higher specificity. But if you're just learning for computer science purposes, I guess this is not important. So the thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in 2 sequences. So let's just do an example from here. So I'm going to do the M13 phage sequence. And usually what I should do is I should take another virus gene, but we're just illustrating this, so I just take this, compare the sequence for this. All right, let me just organize the data format here a little bit because we don't exactly need the perfect sequence to compare because it's just for illustration. So let's say this sequence comparing to the second part here, and I want to compare how similar they are. So usually what you want to do is you type in your sequence here and then you click align, and then the website is going to process it and you get to your result page. And what I want to do is I want to download, and I want to click text, which will return me this file where I can further process into an Excel file and can and because I want to do thousands of times or tens of thousands of times of this process, it'll be such a pain if I just do it one by one by my hand, and it's very time consuming. So how should I do it? I'm gonna encode using Selenium to let this process automate. So here we go. All right, so I like to use Atom. So let's create a new file. And then, so the first thing we want to do is you want to make sure you already downloaded the Selenium package from for Python. So I like to do it from Anaconda, but one thing you can check whether you have it or not. So pimp list, and you can check whether you have it or not. So you see Selenium. So I have it already here. So version 3.141. But if you don't have it, what you should do is pimp install and Selenium, and just hit enter. And because I already have it, so it's already satisfied for me. If you don't have it, this will process it for you. So now you have it. What we can do is we can save this file. I'm just gonna save the file to my desktop. So I'm gonna name it. So I'm gonna name it phage compare.py. So the first line, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna import Selenium. And actually, the thing we're gonna do is from Selenium, we're gonna import webdriver. And then we're also gonna import time because we're gonna use the clock function from Python package. We don't have to actually use pim to install time for this purpose. And the thing I want to do with this is I want to first, so for this driver, you need to create a web server for you to use. So either Chrome, is IE or is Firefox. It's your choice. So I like to use Chrome, so I'm gonna do driver equals to webdriver.chrome. Just pay attention here. The Chrome, the C, letter C is capitalized, or you might run into some problem. And then what you want to do is you want to paste the website link you want to go with. So in this case, you just copy this web surface, your web page, paste here. All right, so now this line will give you, will send you to that web page and open it up. And then you can set driver dot set page load timeout. It means if within a certain time you do not get a response, it's timeout. It's like insurance product. So, but it doesn't really contribute to your code here. And then what we want to do is, oh, actually, I made a mistake here. I just want to clarify. So this is the website you want to put. So in this line, I'm gonna illustrate what you're gonna do here. But actually, this is where you just create a web browser. Just open up the Chrome, and then over here, this is where you actually get to the page. You drive.get, and you type in your web page over here. And so what does this do is, in order for your Chrome to work, and your local web browser to work with Selenium, you actually have to download a driver for Chrome. So what you want to do is you go to seleniumhq.org, and then you scroll down here, you go look for let's see. Or you go to download, and you go to your Internet Explorer driver server. And what you want to do is you want to go to browsers, and you want to look for the corresponding one you want to get. So let's say I'm gonna get Chrome. So click on documentation, and you download the most current available driver over here. So you download it, and you choose the corresponding. If it's a Mac, if it's a Windows, if it's Linux, you pick the one you want. So it's a zip file. After you download the zip file and you unzip it, it will be the driver file. So in my case, I already downloaded it, and so I just want to show you where I got over here. So it should be here. Actually, it's different folder. Yeah, so I got in my driver folder, so it's right here. And what you want to do is you want to get the path for this, and then you want to put your path in here. So in this case, when it opens the Chrome, it uses this driver, all right? So this is a very important step. If you don't have this, you will run into some problems. So after this, you open up your web browser already. So what you want to do is, let's go back our web page for here. So open this up in my Chrome. Protein sequence. Let me just make sure I get this right. I don't want to take yeah, this is the correct one, I believe. Remember to save your document. We want to run it. So what I want to do is I want to click here and I want to type in some info. And then I want to click here. I want to click play in some info. And then I want to click this align button, right? So what we want to do is you want to go to inspect and you see find the name for this column. So you see the name for this is query. So in your code, over here, you want to do driver dot find element by name query dot. So now you are finding this column, right? And then you want to send information into it. So send keys. And over here, this is where you want to do your input. So let's say I want to put in this over here. So this is my sequence. I want to put into my first part. And then the second part is still the same thing. So let's say we're actually just comparing so in the second part, the second column here, we do the same thing. You go to inspect and you find the name here is subjects. So it's a query. So y. This is subjects over here. And then let's say I wanna change this letter a little bit, so I just make a slight modification. So later on, they'll just compare it and it wouldn't be that much of a difference. And now, what I'm gonna do is I wanna click this align button, right? So how should I do it? You go to inspect and you find the name of it. The class is plus button. So actually, Selenium actually allow you to find stuff by a lot of criteria. So you can go to the web page. You can say Selenium find by, let's see. So find by, let's give an example. Find by name. So locating elements. Yeah. So you have a whole series of things. So in this case, I can also go by the class. So the class here is the class name is blast button. So we're here find by class name. So if I copy this, I do driver dot find element by class name, and my classmate will be blast button. All right. So now I have this. I want to click it. So you do dot click. So the thing now what you do is already input these two buttons. I'll click, type in, I'll click. So let me just copy this and see where we want to go right after this. So after I type in this off, and I type in the second part, I click align, and then we'll notice that the request take a few months to request it, and then it coming to this page, right? So what I want to do is I want to click this download all part, and then I want to click on text, where it will bring me a download over here, right? So let me just delete this. So what we're going to do now is after you click a line, you want to give it a few moments to let it process a little bit. So you want to do time.sleep. So let's say you want to give it 4 seconds, just let it process on its own. And then what we can do is so we want to find this download button, right? So one easy way we can do is we can do driver.find element by partial link text. So basically this tells you that I'm finding an element on this web page and it's gonna find it for you. So let's say it says download all, so part of it can be download or can be all. I can just do download dot click because it's gonna click it. So after I click this part, I want to click the text again, right? So I can just copy this. But remember, you can't reverse the button, the order of this, right? Because if you don't click download all, there is no this text thing, right? So you can't really directly click on this text, or you get right into an error. And then because downloading actually take quite a few seconds, so you want to give it just a few more seconds to let it done. And then because we want to automate it, and each time you open browser, you should also close it at the end after you're done with it. So I'm going to do driver.quit, and then it will close the browser for you. So now let's do a test run on this file, see what it'll give us. So let's see. So my file is directly on desktop, so I just do cd desktop. And after I get to move to my desktop, the file name will be phasecompare.py. So I can do python 3 phasecompare.py. So let's see what it does now. So it'll open the browser, it'll go to the web page, it'll type in your sequence for you. And the second part, and then it'll click a line. Oh, it actually ran into a problem. Well, no, I think I should not touch it by myself since it's an automated process. So let's run again. So Python 3. Oh, actually there is a problem. So it says line 11. Module, no element. So it means it cannot find element plus button. So I probably, let's see, where was the problem over here? So inspect again, see. All right, I actually made a typo here. That's why. All right, it should be working now. So it didn't quit, so I'm gonna just quit it for now. Now let's see. So open up the browser, type in your sequence for you. And then it stopped again. All right. Oh, yeah. I can't spell. My bad. All right, so I promise this will work right now. 3. All right, I click a line. It goes to the next page. I click on the download all. At least it should. All right, now what does it say? It says find and partial link text. Drive is not found. Oh yeah, it should be driver. My bad. It should be driver. Typos is our biggest enemy here. But it's the fun part of coding. All right. The thing is, once you get it done once, after all, it will be super easy for you. You click on download, and it downloads the file for you. And now you have the file, which you can further process for you. And this is how you can use Selenium to automate your web browsing process.